My dogs hate Keanu Reeves. Penguins O, as I said, the goat of YouTube. I mean, nothing really else to be said about this. I mean, it's he's the goat. He's the goat, man. He's like one of the reasons why I started YouTube, just because I love him so much. And well, like not like love him so much, like if that makes any sense. Like I'm not like crazy about him or anything like that, but he really gave me the confidence for some reason. It just I was like, man, I want to be like him, and so I did. Yeah, all due respect, let's get started to this video. My dog take Keanu Reeves.
For my birthday, my parents got me a cardboard cutout of Keanu Reeves because they know I like his work. I'm a huge fan of him, and
It's just so creepy. Like I could never get like a cutout of somebody like just standing in my corner. It's just I couldn't. Just like imagine like the shadow at night, like just overtaking your bed. Like you just see some random thing in the corner. It looks like a guy, and I could not.
they also think that I'm his small doppelganger. My girlfriend thinks the same thing. In fact, everyone in my life and on the internet thinks that I look like
This was this was Charlie's like growing out. I'm growing my hair out too. Like this is his like the awkward phase.
Keanu
He doesn't look bad at all either.
Reeves, but personally, I don't see it. I think I look more like Zayn Malik of One Direction mixed with a little bit of Brad Pitt with a hint of The Rock thrown in there.
True.
I don't see the connection between my appearance and Keanu Reeves, but even still, I take it as a compliment. But anyway, I have this cardboard cutout, and the dogs, my dogs Kata and Tetra, freaked the fuck out. They were terrified of Keanu Reeves. Kata even pissed immediately out of fear. Keanu Reeves just had this looming presence like in Hunter x Hunter, a malicious aura emanating from him that only my dogs could pick up on, and they hated it.
Nope.
They hated Keanu Reeves. Check this shit out. This is after
Just
first
made a video
contact
of
with
Hunter
Mr.
x
Reeves.
Hunter
Post
tier
piss,
list.
they're still very scared of him, still growling.
Man, I've never really been a big dog fan at all. Like I got bit in the face by a dog, and it just never really been my thing. I don't like mess with dogs, man. I don't. I just don't. I don't.
Barking at him. They're hiding under the desk as if it's an earthquake and they're taking precautions. It's just an unbelievable amount of fear towards Mr. Reeves. I'm gonna try and get him out of here without them freaking out. Oh god.
They just made this must be like what is that, bro?
I didn't feel Keanu deserved this kind of disrespect, so I wanted to try and get the dogs to warm up to him, show him that there's nothing to fear and that he's a good guy. My plan was to have him guard the door kind of like a bouncer, like a lacrosse frat bro. The idea being if they wanted to leave the room, they'd have to go by Keanu and they'd recognize that he's not real. He's made out of cardboard. He can't hurt you. Just like in Scooby-Doo, it's
I just couldn't. I could not, bro. I could not. Like
fake.
I couldn't. I know why the dogs are freaked out. It just does not look cool, bro.
My plan didn't work. They stayed in my room for 30 minutes. They wanted absolutely nothing to do with Keanu Reeves. So I thought, okay, maybe this was a little too aggressive, a little too forward. What if Keanu Reeves was there to make them feel safe, like a safety blanket or something like that? So when they went to the bathroom, I thought I could sneak Keanu Reeves in front of the door so they'd see him and be like, oh, he's watching over us, making sure when we take a pee-pee in a big old shit, Keanu Reeves is there to protect us
Nope.
just in case.
Still
you know,
very,
wild
very
hyena
creepy,
jumps the
bro.
fence or
No
something.
way.
The idea being Keanu
In
Reeves is there
Florida?
looking over them, an omniscient presence,
There's hyenas in Florida? I
a
don't know.
Holy Spirit
Maybe he's
guiding
just
them
being like
as
that.
they do their business outside. So I put him in the door here. Unsurprisingly, this plan didn't work, and I even scared myself. It's really
Yeah.
weird just having a Keanu Reeves, or any cutout for that matter, kind of peeking through a window. It really adds a level of creepiness to it. And I should have learned that when I was a kid growing up. My parents had a wax figure of Humphrey Bogart, and that was terrifying to me, and I'm not
Oh
even
my
a dog.
God,
I'm like
what?
at least twice as smart as a dog, and that scared the shit out of me. So obviously this wasn't going to work. So
Henry Bogart. Who's Henry Bogart? I gotta see. Oop. Just made this tier list. Henry, like making the oh my gosh, making the thumbnail. Bogart. The Henry. What is this? Henry Bogart. Henry Isaac Bogart was born in October 1729 in Albany, New York, and died in 1821. So just the most random person ever, like an actor from like the 1800s. What the 1729? Oh my gosh. Wait, what? If he died in What? It makes no sense. I don't. Who knows?
So I tried
That
another
looks creepy,
approach. What
anyways.
if Keanu Reeves fed the dogs? They'd be like, oh, Keanu Reeves provides for us. He feeds us. When
Yes.
we see Keanu Reeves, we know we're about to get fed. It didn't work, but I thought I was making progress.
Why are you holding up a picture of yourself, bro? Like they just might think, why did you get a picture of yourself? God, Charlie, Charlie looked like an emo. Look at this. Wait, hold up. God, the awkward phase, man. Look at this. Looks like, jeez. Hey, I'm gonna have to go through that phase too. Unfortunately, they just gotta pay your dues, man. Yeah, they want no part of it.
Obviously, that plan didn't work either, but I had one more trick up my sleeve, a Hail Mary. What if Keanu Reeves could indicate that a treat was coming? So I put a treat to Keanu Reeves' hand, and maybe they'd go get the treat from him because my dogs love treats. I figured, if they get a treat from Keanu, maybe they'd warm up to the idea of him being there. Or maybe, even better, they'd recognize it's not a real person, it's not a real entity. Or maybe it is. Maybe it's a haunted cardboard cutout. I don't really know yet.
Maybe.
Maybe they're seeing something I
Creepy.
don't. But up until this point, I didn't even consider that theory. All I wanted to do was make sure that they could feel safe with Keanu Reeves in the house. This plan didn't work either.
Tetra,
He just like always looks at his
Mr.
computer
Reeves
when
has
he's
a
done
treat for
recording.
you.
He doesn't even.
Come on,
I
Tetra.
don't even know, bro.
Treat.
He just like stops recording or something
Eventually,
like
I gave
that.
up, and now I just keep Keanu Reeves right here next to the food bowl, like a shrine of treats. I've sprinkled a lot of treats around him, and
Very
hoping that they're
scared.
going to go get the treats. It hasn't worked, so I'm probably just going to abandon that plan as well. I think I'm going to have to hide Keanu Reeves from the dogs, so that way they're not afraid of him. I don't like my dogs being afraid, and I tried my best to let them know that Keanu was not there to do them harm. But it's a little surprising. Keanu Reeves is a really good dog guy. I would think that dogs would resonate well with his vibes, but it clearly isn't the case with my dogs. That's it. So yeah.
So yeah, hope you guys liked that. Um, Nothing else to be said. That's all I got for you guys. I hope you have a nice night, and I'm probably go to bed. I gotta get up early tomorrow.